Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivy, and today I'm going to be talking about... I need to grab the book. Today I'm going to be talking about UnWholly by Neal Shusterman. So I haven't done a review in a while, and Hello? What do you want? Okay, give me 2 seconds. Anywho, it's been a while since I've done a review. I should probably be holding this. And I am super excited to do it for this because, oh my god, it blew me away. This is a sequel, and the first book in the series is called Unwind, so if you haven't read that one, please leave the video because I do not want to spoil it for you. So we left off after Unwind, after Happy Jack Harvest Camp was blown up. Everyone thinks that Connor and Risa are dead, but they're not! Connor is leading the graveyard, and Risa is there with him, and she is paralyzed after the explosion from the waist down. Leave is famous now because he's like the clapper that didn't clap, so he is famous and he's under house arrest and he is being forced to talk to kids in a detention center and like give them therapy, which is so funny. So we have some new characters showing up to the party. First is Mason Michael Starkey, and he is a stork and his parents are having him unwound, but he's like, yeah, I don't really want to be unwound. So he kills a juvie cop by accident. He thought it was a tranq bullet, but it wasn't. He ends up escaping and finding himself at the graveyard. He discovers that Connor is still alive, the Akron AWOL, who used to be his idol, but then he sees that Connor's just a normal kid, and then he starts thinking, I could probably overthrow you. Oh my god, my back just cracked. Another new character is Miraculina, and Miraculina is a tithe, and she wants to be tithed, but her parents change their minds and they don't sign the unwind order, but she wants to go anyway, so she does. So she ends up being captured by some people, and she ends up somewhere where she does not want to be because she just wants to be unwound and fulfill her destiny. The final new character is Camus Compris? Maybe? Cam for short. He is made up of all unwind parts. Basically, this group called Proactive Citizenry, Sure. Basically, this organization has created Cam, and he has to kind of cope with the fact that he's like all parts and kind of figure out if he's truly living or not, and he has all these different memories from all these different people, and it's really strange and really messed up. Also, there's a new law called Cap 17, which bans the unwinding of 17-year-olds, and this law was supposed to help unwinding stop, but instead it just makes parents sign the unwind orders earlier, so Connor is like not having a fun time. Since he is the leader of the graveyard, he's been forced to grow up and like mature because he is super stressed and he just has a lot going on and he feels very burdened. And he's also grappling with the fact that he has Roland's arm now. Risa in her wheelchair is stubbornly independent. She will not let anyone push her wheelchair, even though it's like the hardest thing ever to get around. But she is working as a medic, and she kind of feels like to Connor she's more of a burden than like someone that he loves. So stuff goes down. And then Leave is, what is he doing? He's pretty much accepted his new reality of being under house arrest. He's living with his brother Marcus, but he wishes that he could do more to help stop unwinding. So yeah, that's basically the gist of what's going on. I'm gonna get into some spoilers now because I need to talk about this book. So if you haven't read this beautiful book right here, leave the video so I don't spoil you. Okay, goodbye, cool, bye. So we have 3 different like storylines happening, kind of. Connor doesn't know why the juvie cops haven't attacked yet because they know about the graveyard and he knows that they know about the graveyard. He can't understand why they haven't attacked. This dude Trace, who Connor finds out works for both sides, which, oh my freaking gosh. What? Basically, Trace tells Connor, oh yeah, they're keeping the graveyard because it's driving up the prices, because having all these kids here makes unwind parts rarer, therefore it makes them more expensive, therefore there's more money. So Connor's like, well shoot, I'm basically doing exactly what the juvie cops want me to, and he is kind of annoyed with that. Meanwhile, Starkey. Oh, Starkey. Funny story. I loved Starkey at the beginning. I was like, oh my god, he's so cool. Starkey forms the Stork Club. He gives them their own, like, time slot in the, whatever it's called, the wreck jet, I think. So he's basically building his own little army because he wants to overthrow Connor. And he's also made his way into the Holy of Holies, which is like Connor's inner circle. And Connor just blindly trusts him because I don't know why. Starkey finds out that Connor doesn't save Stork. So he decides to go on a rampage and burn houses. Freaking, how stupid can you be? After that, the Juvies decide that they're going to attack because now the graveyard has become a threat. Also, meanwhile, Connor is discovering some things. Basically, he learns about the teen uprisings, which I think during the Heartland War, the teenagers, were, like, rioting and stuff, and because, their schools were shut down, so, like, they were kind of, like, a little upset. Oh! He learns about this dude, Jansen Rainchild? We learn later that this Jansen dude, invented the grafting technology, but he never wanted unwinding to be a thing. Clearly that didn't work out. Meanwhile, Risa, she goes with a kid to the hospital because he's in an accident, and Risa ends up sacrificing herself to save this kid from being unwound. She finds herself with proactive citizenry, and she finds herself having to, like, be Cam's girlfriend because Cam is, like, in love with her. I feel so bad for Cam. Like, can you imagine? It's not his fault that they made him this way. So Risa is blackmailed into making these public service announcements in favor of unwinding. They threaten to have the graveyard attacked unless she cooperates. So Risa, being the selfless person that she is, puts herself through so much pain. She gets a new spine too, so she can walk again, and she's, like, happy, but so mad. She also hates Cam at first, but I think he slowly grows on her. She'll never be able to love him, but, like, I think she kind of accepted that it's not his fault that he's what he is. Meanwhile, in Leave's world, a clapper shows up at his front door and kills Pastor Dan. There we go. And Leave's parents won't let him live with Marcus anymore, his older brother. He ends up at the Kavanaugh mansion. Basically, what they do is they rescue tithes and bring them there to be safe, and then they, like, give them to new families. Funnily enough, Miraculina ends up there, and Leave at this place is completely worshipped by the rescued tithes. He decides, yeah, I'm leaving. He ends up running away with Miraculina because she still wants to be unwound. So they end up being captured by this dude, Nelson. He is the juvie cop that Connor tranked with his own gun, and he quit his job after that because he had such a bad reputation. Sucks to be you, Nelson! But now he is a ruthless parts pirate, and he is the most evil character in the entire world. Nelson cannot believe his luck when Leave Calder just gets into his car. What the frick were you thinking, Leave? Why would you get into a random stranger's car when you're freaking Leave Calder? The kid who didn't clap, you don't think he's gonna recognize you? Oh my god. Like, how has he not learned by now that you should not trust anyone? I was so mad. They end up escaping Nelson, but that's kind of not true because Nelson planned for that to happen, and they lead him right to Connor because he wants Connor to get money, and I'm just sitting here like, So the graveyard is attacked, and Connor has, like, a really feeble plan because he doesn't know that Trace is back, so he thinks that they can't get on the plane. Starkey, decides to be a jerk, and, he makes sure that only Storks get on the plane. And so he leaves hundreds of kids to be unwound or to be shot. Like, the cops are shooting real bullets. Connor, meanwhile, is just trying to save the kids around him, but he completely fails, and it's the saddest thing ever. Starkey gets Trace to fly the plane because he's basically like, okay, either you save us or you save no one. They end up crashing, and Starkey just leaves Trace to drown. Okay, I was a little sad I wasn't like super upset, but I was hurt me a little bit. Starkey and his followers, they are going into hiding, and they're probably gonna wreak havoc in the next book. And oh god, I hate Starkey. He just needs to die. Leaf shows up at the graveyard along with Nelson, and he's like, I gotta save Connor. He leaves Miraculina behind, and he asks the kid to make sure she's okay. Well, that kid doesn't do that. Why would he do that? Leaf manages to outsmart Nelson and leaves him in a ditch. Connor is really upset because he wants to stay and fight, but Leaves like, you know, dude, like everyone's been captured. You just need to come with me, man. They end up together and they decide that they're going to go to Ohio because they realize that Jansen, whatever his last name is, was married to Sonia. Wow, we should go to Ohio and like go talk to her. Because they want to save the world! Oh my god, Hayden. He and his people in the comm bomb are like just waiting out the juvie cops. So they're like almost dead, and then Hayden just can't let the kids die on his watch. So they surrender, and then, oh my god, Hayden! Oh my. Lisa, when she finds out that the graveyard has been attacked, she tells the world that she was being blackmailed, and it is the best moment of the whole entire book. So after she tells the world, Hi. I'll be back. I know you want food. Why did I think leaving my door open would be a good idea? Cam helps her escape, which is so good. So he basically is like, you know what? I'm gonna tear proactive citizenry apart piece by piece so that Risa will love me. That's gonna be interesting. So I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because it was absolutely incredible. I fell in love with the characters even more than I did in the first book. Like, especially Connor for some reason. Okay, so in the beginning it was a little slow. Like, that's my only complaint. But, oh my gosh, did it pick up, and the plot was so freaking complicated. So many characters doing so many different things, like over here, and over here, and over here, but then it all came together. I was like, holy hecking heck, what just happened? I can't stop thinking about it, and I don't think I will ever be able to stop thinking about it. I'm reading the next book right now. Probably will do a whole nother video on that one. That is it for today's video. Why do I keep messing with my hair? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day, and what is that? I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time with another video. Okay, bye!